Have you ever wanted to treat your Amazon S3 bucket just like a local hard drive? In this tutorial, we are going to show you exactly how to mount an S3 bucket to your Linux file system step by step. This is perfect for backups, media storage, or shared data across multiple servers. To do this, we use a popular open source tool called S3fs Fuse. It allows Linux to communicate with S3 through the Fuse interface. It's reliable, widely supported, and easy to configure. Let's make sure your system is ready before we start the installation. First, we need to install the S3fs package. On Ubuntu or Debian, simply run sudo apt update followed by sudo apt install S3fs. If you are on Amazon Linux or RHEL, you can use the yum or DNF package manager. Make sure you have sudo privileges on your machine. Security is paramount. Do not use your root account keys. Go to the AWS IAM console and create a new user with programmatic access. Attach a policy that gives this user Amazon's 3 full access, or, even better, restrict it to just the specific bucket you want to mount. Once the user is created, download the access key ID and secret access key. Keep these safe and never share them. We will need these credentials to authorize your Linux server to talk to your S3 bucket. Now, back in Linux, we need to store these keys. Create a file named .psswd S3fs in your home directory or in etc. Enter your access key and secret key separated by a colon. For example, access key, secret key. This is how S3fs will authenticate. This is a critical security step. You must restrict the permissions of your credentials file so only the owner can read it. Run the command mod 600 followed by the path to your password file. If you skip this, S3fs will refuse to run for security reasons. Next, create a directory where the S3 bucket will be mounted. This is called the mount point. You can name it anything, for example, mntmy S3 bucket. Use the mkdir command to create it, and ensure your user has permissions to write to this folder. Now for the magic. Run the S3fs command followed by your bucket name and the mount point path. Use the opsswd_file option to point to your credentials file. You can also add options like allow_other if you want other users on the system to access the drive. To check if it worked, run the command dfh. You should see your S3 bucket listed as a mounted file system with a massive storage capacity. You can now use standard commands like cp, mv, and ls to interact with your S3 objects as if they were local files. By default, the mount will disappear if you reboot. To make it permanent, add an entry to your etc fstab file. This tells Linux to automatically mount the S3 bucket every time the system starts up. Just be careful with the syntax to avoid boot issues. Remember, S3 is an object store, not a real block device, so performance might be slower than a local SSD. Use caching options in S3fs to speed things up. You've now successfully turned S3 into a Linux drive. Subscribe to @Cloud Decoded for more advanced Linux and AWS tutorials.